Hi, I'm Karen K. Buckley, and I'd like to introduce you to my new Perfect Adjustable Square. When you order this product, what you'll receive is this beautiful decorative box with a sliding drawer, great place to store the product when you're not using it. You'll also receive a sheet of directions in your box, and also in the box you will find it was a nice little package wrapped in plastic. I already removed the plastic wrapper, and then all the pieces that you'll need will be in here. Each one of these pieces has a paper backing on it, and you need to remove the paper backing. So you'll need to come in and just kind of loosen an end on a corner and then grab onto the paper and pull. Sometimes I'm lucky and it all comes off in one piece, and sometimes it comes off in 2 or 3 pieces. But you will want to remove your paper backing before you put it together. Now that you removed all the paper from the back of your pieces, you're ready to put your square together. It just snaps together very easily. It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. So I'm going to place the pieces, make sure the text is in the same direction and that it's upright. And then I'm going to push these pieces down. You'll need a little bit of pressure. Sometimes I found that when I went to push, I could snap it in easily, and other times I had just a little bit of trouble. And so I found these little rubber jewelry hammers were very helpful. You could just very lightly tap on it and it just pushed it down into place. I also happen to have this little hammer, which I found worked the same way. But something like this you may find helpful if you're having a hard time pushing the pieces into place. The idea when I'm putting the square together is I want to adjust it to the project that I'm working on. The smallest square you'll be able to make on the inside is 4 inches. And all of the adjustments on the inside are whole numbers, and the largest you'll be able to adjust to on the outside is 24.5 inches, and then they're 1/2 inch increments on the outside. You will also be able to rotary cut around the outside edge of this block easily. Then when you're ready to disassemble, all you're going to do is pick these up, and you want to grab 2 pieces just a little bit off of where they're joined, and I'm going to pull on one side and push on the other, and they simply just snap apart very, very easily. And then I will take all those little pieces and put them back in my beautiful little decorative box. If I have applique blocks, such as this design, I want to square this up. I put my square together, as I've explained before, and one of the things I forgot to mention in the last step, and I've already done it here, but on all 4 corners on the back of this square, I have a little piece of the Hugo's tape. It's a clear plastic tape, and that comes with your direction sheet. That means when I put that on and then I place this down over my block, it will not slide easily when I am ready to cut the square. What I'm looking at when I lay this down, there are a couple of things I've done ahead of time just to save a few steps of explaining. In your directions, it tells you how much thread to cut. It's basically 2.5 times the length of one side of your square. And then you tie it, bring it across, and up, and tie it again. What this does is it gives you the perfect center for your block. In addition to that giving me the center, if I have blocks that are on the diagonal, horizontal, and vertical, I may find that helpful. But I also have lines all around the square, different places to help me there. On this particular block, another part of the block, the perfect square that is helpful is that I have these lines coming out on the diagonal, so I can place the diagonal lines right out on all of the points, and then I also have the blue lines to help me line up, and I have the thread coming across the center. I would simply hold on, and then I could rotary cut if I had my mat board here, which I do not, but I could easily rotary cut around the edge. Then something else that I wanted to show you that you may find helpful with this adjustable square. I many times over the years have done applique that has dimensional elements to it. With this square, one of the really nice features is I'll be able to take this and place it directly over the block, and the dimensional work still stays nice and flat, and I don't have to balance an acrylic square on top of it. But this allows me to get a perfect square and still have the dimensional pieces here, but not really hindering an accurate squaring of the block. Another use I found for this tool, which to me was kind of fun, and I know there are a lot of people out there that are doing t-shirt quilts, And people that I've seen doing these t-shirt quilts, their blocks are different sizes, and this will be a great tool to use for t-shirt quilts. So I can come in and place it, do my centering, decide what part of the design I want, and then I'll be able to square. And there's lots more uses I'm sure you'll find for this perfect adjustable square.